Good morning, Fredericksburg. Let's see how our bandwidth is this morning. Let's see if we can stay live. I'd rather film it live, so let's try. I'm going to drive you around the block at my house today and look at all the B&Bs that are beside me, okay? Just kind of to make a point, which is that while I know some people do have problems with noisy B&Bs, some people have problems with noisy neighbors that live there. Some people have noisy pickup trucks that go around the corner and wah, 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 wah. Oh my goodness, I can't even tell you how loud some of them are. It's crazy. But you know what? I don't go around calling the cops all the time. I could, but I don't do it. Coco Bean says hi. So we'll flip this camera around in a minute. And the main point I want to make today is how keeping your cool and seeing both sides of things really helps you to be more influential. Why is that, you say? People take you more seriously. The first thing that will make me discount someone, even though I'll be very nice and they'll never know it, is when everything is exaggerated. And it's only their side, and there aren't two sides. There are always two sides. So if you're that type of person where everything's blown out of proportion and they're out to get us and the world's coming to an end, I have marked you off. I'm very smiling and nodding. You'll think but I'm done with you, okay? I'm not going to listen to you. I might like you as a friend, but I don't listen to you anymore. Let's flip this bad boy around and just take a look. See if we can make this work, y'all. Okay, this is my cute little cabin, Buckhorn Cabin. And yes, there's a guest car there at the moment. It looks very well. I have never heard anyone at Buckhorn Cabin. Yeah, it's a smaller place. There aren't as many. There's my house, of course. Get that sitting up. And this one here on the corner is a B&B with numerous rooms. There are always mini cars in the driveway when they have guests. This one out in the corner also is a B&B. Let's go behind my house. Touching the back of my house, another B&B. Never heard them either. Multiple bedroom B&B. And right here, yet another with cars in the driveway. And yet another B&B. Haven't heard any of them. So does that mean that no one's had an experience? Of course not. I'm not saying that. But it's pretty coincidental to me that some people have 24/7 people running up and down the street wreaking havoc. I'm going to give you a Greek word for that. As our preacher Tommy always says, it's called baloney. It's just exaggerated to try to get people whipped up into doing something they shouldn't do, into making a snap judgment and enacting regulations, ordinances, government control that is over the top. And we're back. I gotta remember which road there. So, okay, so my point for an overall, not about politics in our town, is about keeping your cool, being level-headed. How do you do this? I think some people do tend to have a natural instinct to be this way, but and my mom, as with everything in my life, is responsible for a lot of it because she was always right's right and wrong's wrong. But Mom, she did this thing. Right's right and wrong's wrong. There's never an excuse for rudeness. I've heard all these platitudes my whole life and they start to sink in. But I think law school probably helped as much as anything. Back in law school, we would have moot court cases and mock trials, which are two different things, but we won't have to get into that. And what they would do is they would give you a set of facts, a set of made-up facts that they purposely made as even-steven as they could. And one week, you argued one side of the case, and the next week, you already knew you were going to have to flip and argue the other side. So it's a great exercise in realizing that there are two sides of everything, and almost everything. I mean, it's very rare to find something you can't find another side.
Hi, welcome to McDonald's. Nice to order, please.
Yes, a large Diet Coke, please.
Large Diet Coke.
That's it.
All right, 108.
Thank you. So I think that skill helped me as much as anything to see the other side. So when someone is talking to you, you can honestly have your viewpoint, but you can listen to theirs and not listen to just patronize, but listen to say, you know, I don't know everything, because I promise you I don't. And I liked your differing viewpoints to see if there's something I've missed. We're all better together as a group than we are as individuals, because no individual can figure it all out. If I talk to someone who is level-headed and calm and thoughtful, even if we disagree on a lot of things, chances are I will gain something from them. And I like to show them the respect of telling them that. I will listen to anyone on Facebook or anywhere else and give them an audience and a time to speak their mind, have an opinion, inform me of something that I haven't heard yet. I got a lot going on like all of you, and I don't know everything that's happening. But what I can't deal with is people who it's all one way. It's black and white, their side only. Everyone's out to get us. Again, I might smile and nod, but I've completely discounted your opinion at this point because you're not trustworthy. And in the future, when you tell me things, and I've learned that you're an exaggerator, it's one of the worst things you can be in my world is an exaggerator, because I can't listen to you anymore. I can't take your words seriously, and you may be well-intentioned, you're not purposely doing it, but I know people who just get in the habit. If they tell me something was $10, then it was probably $4, you know, so we all have to guard against the habit. The best person I know on the planet, as usual, my mom, about this issue, I love it, because to this day she'll say, she told me that she paid $10 for this, and she'll go, wait, now I can't really say that, because I'm not sure that's exactly what she said. Best of my knowledge is what she said. And I love that she does that, because the concept is she's trying and at 89, she can't always remember everything, because I sure can at 51. But she's always letting me know that she's not trying to mislead me or get me jazzed up on some point by exaggerating. It's like, best I can remember, this was what she said, or she'll say, those weren't my exact words, but it's the closest I can come. And I love that, because she's being fair and honest. So guys, the one advice I would give on that is just try to see another side. Try to stay calm. You will have more influence, because over time, you know, I've made this controversial Facebook post backing political candidates, which I never do, but I think it's really important this time I have to. And I was pleasantly shocked and amazed this morning when I got up and read the comments, and they were not crazy. They, you know, a few people had maybe a different opinion here and there, but again, I'm not against different opinions. I'm against people that start attacking folks personally, which there's there's absolutely no use for doing that. No use and no excuse. There you go. And you know what? Everybody really stayed very calm, and I think it's because I stayed calm. And I said, you're welcome to post on here if you can be respectful of other people's opinions and welcome differences. And I don't have a single person going back crazy on my post there, and I'm actually very proud of that. We had a decent, non-hostile, political, open sharing of opinions, which I think that's encouraging for mankind, don't you? I think it's really nice to see people able to have a decent conversation and not call names, not go crazy. I will make it very clear. My vote is for Tim and Jim and Mo. And I said, sometimes it's easy to forget. If you're like me, you get the old deer in the headlights when you get in that booth. If it's not for president or something big, you're like, who was I going to vote for? I think I've heard their name before. I'm sure they're nice. Oh, that's a lady. Maybe she'll be nice. You know, kind of foolishness, which that's on me. That's on me. Maybe you've never done that. I got to admit, I've done it before. So I'm trying to make it easy, and it may be a little silly, maybe a little goofy, but what I want is for you to be able to remember that if you are like me, and if you don't support government regulation when it's not necessary, if you don't support throwing out the baby with the bath, cutting off the wart, not cutting off the wart and then just amputating the whole arm, if you agree with me that R1 B&Bs, which have always been legal in our town and that so many people have based their financial futures on, should remain legal. If you want to see jobs stay in our community, because that industry provides a lot of jobs, a lot of good paying jobs. If you agree with these things, I want you to say it with me. Tell everybody you know. We are voting Tim and Jim and Mo. Tim and Jim and Mo. Tim and Jim, Tim and Jim, Tim and Jim and Mo. Let's go. We've got to remember, we've got to vote as a block. If we split the vote, I went to leadership, Gillespie County with Bobby Watson. Bobby's a good man. I like Bobby. We sat down and had a visit yesterday. And I said, Bobby, you know, you may win. And if you win, we want to work with you. We want to work with anybody who's trying to be reasonable. We want to provide any assurances we can that we don't support loud, drunk people. We don't support people violating zoning. We don't support people not paying their taxes. We don't do any of these things. And we want to work with you to find reasonable solutions to it, not regulate and shut people down whose livelihood depends on this. And if that happens, I'm telling you, if you own a dress shop on Main, if you own a furniture shop, if you've got a restaurant, if you work in a restaurant, your job is on the line with this vote. It's that important. Again, have you ever seen me talk politics? If I didn't believe with every ounce of my being, I am putting my name out there in a way that could hurt my business, but because it's that important. So let's say it one more time, guys, and I'll let you go for the day. We got to get this in our head. We're going to vote for Tim Lafferty for mayor. Bobby's a nice guy. Again, we go way back, but he is willing to look at restricting B&Bs and R1 zoning. It's never been the law. It's not okay. Charlie Keeney's a realtor like me. Charlie's a nice guy. We joke around, see each other. Charlie is anti-B&B. There's no doubt about it. Tom Musselman, another fine fella. I like him personally. He's definitely more liberal than the other candidates. So we don't have a lot of choices here. And Linda Longerhans, we know that she very much wants to turn back the clock, and it's just not real. You can be romantic, you can be fancy all day about how you wish things were. Things never go backwards, guys. And I tell you what, I come from a small town, Texas town with no tourism. You want to see abandoned buildings? You want to see services? I mean, look at our wonderful police force, our fire department, our hospital. All of this is because of the rich tapestry that we have built, mixed with tourism and locals. How many locals here were born here? The majority were not. The majority moved here. And you know what? Almost everybody that moved here started as a visitor. So if we want to grow our town respectfully with people of diverse backgrounds, diverse talents from all over who come here because they love it, then let's keep doing what we've always done. Let's invite them to stay in a small little cottage like I drove you by earlier in this video. 5 of them around my house. Let them come stay in a cottage and feel for just a weekend that maybe they could be part of our little cute little Mayberry town, and maybe they'll want to come back and, as we said, Absolute Charm, maybe check in for good and become Fredericksburgers, even if they're Auslanders. After 22 years, I'm about to become a local. My kids are born here. I think that goes a long way when you have your kids somewhere. So if we want to keep that ability to have people come and walk our little neighborhoods and hold hands and ooh and ah our picket fences, there's hardly a day we go outside where there's not someone pulled over taking pictures of our house. Why? Because it's the American dream. It's the Texas dream. Let's share that with our Houston and Austin, San Antonio buddies who want to come and just for a few days feel like they're one of us. And if someone's drunk and loud, call the police. It's crime. Let's not throw everybody else out just because some people are committing criminal acts. If they're drunk and disorderly, public intoxication, we can handle that. We got the men in blue backing us. So let's say it one more time, guys, before I let you go. Tim and Jim and Mo. Tim and Jim and Mo. Tim and Jim, Tim and Jim. Tim and Jim and Mo. Let's go. These guys are going to protect our freedom, our jobs. It's not optional this time, guys. It's not, I don't feel like going out to vote. Early voting, I'm going to show y'all how quick you are in and out like nobody's business. It's so fast. This year we've got to do it. Don't sit back and think that the liberal left can't take us over, because they can. And right now that's about what's going to happen if you don't get out and join me and everyone I can tell. Tim and Jim and Mo. That's our catchphrase. Love y'all. Bye.